Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's DK Bones here. Been on a little hiatus. Well, not a big hiatus. Last weekend, too many sports going on, so I didn't do any videos, no streams or anything. Um, yeah, been slacking a little bit. Wanted to do something on the James Bond news. Finally got time to do a stream on it. I was going to do a video on it 2 days ago, then yesterday, and I was like, must just stream on it. Everybody's been talking about it. Got some James Bond news, some political stuff, some NFL stuff. It's not going to be too long of a stream than by myself, but thank you all for the two people who are watching. Much appreciated. So no long further ado. Oh well, this news just dropped today about Superman. I guess it didn't make any profit. Everybody's coming out talking about it. I don't know if it's true or not, but a new report, James Gunn Superman, indicates that it did not make profit in the theaters. No crap. This is out of Forbes. Even going with the 308 million before taking the other expenses in account, Superman net falls below the 350 million spent on the production of the film and marketing. Whether Superman will ultimately end up making or losing money, though, is yet to be determined. Yet, since Warner Brothers will earn money from premium video on demand, streaming, blah, 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 they're going to make money off of the merchandise and streaming and everything. But it didn't make money in the theaters, which, in my opinion, is our theaters dead? I mean, are people going to theaters anymore? Based on the stuff that's coming out in the theaters, besides like anime and you got Minecraft, the little anomalies of little hit and misses. Theaters aren't the way it used to be. Theaters were affordable, where you could go on a matinee, or you can just go on a date to take somebody enjoyable evening. But people aren't going to theaters based on the prices, but also based on how people are. People aren't going out in public like they used to. So I'm not surprised this movie didn't make money. But the way this right here, where it says streaming, nobody wants to go freaking out if you're streaming. And the same price that for streaming is for one ticket. So if you're going to stream for $20 versus paying $20 for a ticket, or a little bit under $20 for a ticket, you're going to wait until it comes out and it streams. But also they're creating an environment where people don't want to go out in public anymore. So the theater atmosphere, the way it used to be, going out in public was an experience. Like you would dress up. The whole movie experience was dressing up. You're gonna get popcorn, soda, a candy. You take a girl on a date, and that was like a perfect date. Besides going to a dinner before a movie or something, dinner and a movie. But people can't afford that. So like $100 date now, compared to back in the day. I mean, movie tickets were what? I'm aging myself, but $4 or something. So you were like, you take a girl to dinner, take her to a movie afterwards. That was like a good date. But I guess I'm trying to defend this crap of a movie, but also movies aren't the same. They're just putting stuff out there based on the name, the product. Put Superman out there, people are going to say, "Oh, it's Superman, I'm going to go watch it." And James Gunn is using that product. I think in my opinion, he's not doing a good job with DC. I think the whole Creature Commando starting it off for the streaming, and then Superman, which was not a great movie. I wanted to support it, and I had to end up admitting that it wasn't a great movie. And then you come out with Peacemaker, which I didn't enjoy season one, which wasn't enjoyable for me. But you come out with season two that based off of you're creating this new DC universe, and it's leading from Superman into Peacemaker, and then it's going to go into Green Lantern and then Supergirl eventually. Then I guess Clayface, but I'm not excited for this universe. I'm not surprised by this report. It proves that Hollywood and the media lie to us about a lot of things, and then when you get the true facts about profit, this is what it is. They lost over $50 million on this movie, and then who knows what other expenses came in account. You can probably count another 50 million to 100 million into that other expenses. So yeah, this is not surprising to a lot of us. Not one bit. But this is not the main focus of my stream today, but I just wanted to point that out because I came across my feed on Twitter that Superman did not make a profit at all. Now it does something in streaming from the streaming purposes of people already attached to HBO Max or wherever. But yeah, this movie was disappointing, to say the least. And they're trying to fast forward the new Superman, but I think James Gunn needs to not attach himself to these projects anymore. And hopefully within the next year or so, HBO, Warner Brothers, will be bought out by Paramount, or I hope it's not Netflix, but I hope it's Sundance and Paramount. And so we don't have to worry about James Gunn doing this crap stuff to DC. The comic book movies from Marvel to DC are in crisis mode, in my opinion. Anyways, again, thank you guys for watching. DK Bones here. Subscribe, like, comment, let me know how I'm doing. And going on to one of my main topics, we're going to go into James Bond. Let me pull it up. Yeah, so Sunday was James Bond Day. So it was supposed to be a day where everybody was like, well, me, I'm a big James Bond fan, and Amazon I saw this weekend, oh crap, they got all James Bond movies on there, from Dr. No to No Time to Die. So you got all the James Bond movies on there. You're excited. Happy James Bond Day. Promoting it, Amazon, and even from my last stream where they're saying, oh, we're going to stick to the novel where Ian Fleming's James Bond. We're going to find a young James Bond. We're going to stick to the character. We're going to do this, X, Y, and Z. And then they did this. They switch from James Bond having a gun to James Bond not having a gun. If you go into Amazon, all their promos for their movies, James Bond has no guns at all. They took all the guns out, which is strange because, in my opinion, you're like, It's freaking James Bond. Like you're not going into a romance comedy. You're not going to a little drama, or you're not watching what's that, AMC or the other channel. But it's James Bond. It's an action spy. He has weapons. Like, they took the guns out of his hand, but he freaking has the holster still there. This is retarded, man. This is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. And this is from Comic Book News, Matt McGloin. This is on October 3rd. Today's the 8th. Again, I'm behind the curve with everybody else, but I wanted to go over it because I'm a big James Bond fan. So let's go over this article. Amazon is catching backlash again from 007 fans, this time for quietly editing classic James Bond movie posters on Prime Video and removing Bond's guns. Poster sanitized, as shared by Spyhar's account on X. Updated poster artwork for nearly every Bond film now omits Bond holding a gun. Again, why? They haven't come out and said why they did this yet, and it makes no sense. And you're like, if Amazon's saying they're going to stick to the story or stick to the novel of how James Bond is, why would you omit the guns from this? It makes no sense. And so it gives us the feel that you're going to do the same thing that you did with Lord of the Rings, that you're going to do with James Bond. It includes posters for classics like Goldfinger, Thunderball, GoldenEye, Skyfall, among others. The guns has only been photoshopped out or thoroughly used by the AI. Welcome to the world promoting James Bond needs to be done without the sidearm, one fan wrote in response. Pardon my language, it's fucking James Bond. Like, if you don't want guns in it, don't watch it. You don't have to watch this. You don't have to watch it at all. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. Why are you ruining freaking characters because it doesn't fit your freaking narrative? Like, if you don't like it, don't freaking watch it. You can watch something else or create something else. Don't ruin something else that people love and enjoy. It's a spy. He's a freaking spy, and he's a freaking that's what he does. He uses a freaking gun. What do you want to talk his way out of all the situations? No. Anyways, the changes appear to be exclusive to movies listed on Amazon Prime Video and do not match the original theatrical or Blu-ray releases that were listed on Amazon Marketplace. James Bond is back, and it shows all the guns and all the theatrical releases. And fans are pissed. The fans cry foul over woke influence. The edit reunited concerns among long-term fans from Amazon ownership of the Bond franchise, lead to woke overhaul of the character. When you see this as another attempt to sanitize the iconic spy from monetary sensitivities, especially as guns have always played a part of Bond's personal, going back to 1962's Dr. No, which I watched recently. And I don't know why they put this picture of her up there. This follows a previous report that floated the idea of a female 007, but they squashed that. If you watch my other video, they squashed that there's not going to be a female James Bond, which now you're wondering if they're lying about that. A long-time Bond producer Barbara Rock reported shut down those plans down. It's unclear if she influence remains, especially after recent reports suggest that Jeff Bezos had removed her from creative control. Her recent reports said Bond will play a younger male British actor, but that doesn't leave out the possibility of a race swap. There you go again. It shows Bond with his handgun. Released from Amazon's first James Bond movie is being directed by Dennis Villanueva and written by Stephen Knight. Tanya LaPointe, Villanueva's wife and producer and partner, is executive producer with Amy Pascal, oh gosh, and David Hammond producing. So it doesn't, at first when I put that video out, it looked promising for the next James Bond, but it doesn't look too promising for Bond at all. And then you have reports from Variety, the same thing. And I know a lot of people that did videos this weekend on James Bond and the coming outs of this, and it's not a good look. Like I love the story of how a spy is with James Bond. I read the novels. I like watching the movies when they put them out every year. James Bond, I think I watched the past couple of days. I watched from Dr. No to Diamonds Are Forever, and I watched them in sequence from the year they came out all the way up to No Time to Die. But this is not a good look at all for Amazon, especially after what you did with Lord of the Rings. Like, just keep stuff simple. It's a moneymaker. James Bond is a freaking moneymaker, and doing stupid stuff like this to fit a narrative for whoever, for whatever reasons, for small majority of people, it's not going to make you money. Just stick to the narrative. You can skate outside of it a little bit, but all you got to do is freaking follow James Bond. He's a spy, womanizer, saves the day, and you have a good villain. A freaking the villain has a good sidekick. Yeah, beautiful women in it, gadgets, just a lot of action, and you'll be fine. But doing all this extra side crap, like, just go to Lifetime. Don't, like, if you want to do Lifetime shows, don't freaking put James Bond name attached to it. It makes no freaking sense at all. At all. Makes no sense at all. But that's my movie section of this stream. But yeah, I'm a big James Bond fan, and I'm upset with how Amazon is handling this, because like I said in my previous, if you go back and look at my video, if you subscribe, you can see my video of how they announced that they're going to just do, they're going to base it off the novel. They're going to pick a young actor and no name. It's going to be a British person. It's not going to be a female. It's going to be a male. They didn't say they were going to race swap, but just figure that they're not going to race swap. But if they're going to stick to the character, just do it right, man. You have no, you're not going to lose money off of it if you do the character right. You got a fan base. Why lose that fan base based on others that don't even want to watch it? They just want you to ruin the freaking character. So, anyways. Again, thank you for all watching. DK Bones here. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know how you feel about my stream. I do a lot of different stuff. This is just a spare of the moment stream for me. And I'm going to get into my political side. So if you don't want to watch at this point for politics, some of the stuff is hilarious to me, because these people are characters, but they're messing with people's lives. And we're going to start with our governor of California. So somebody posted this about Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom tried to free healthcare from illegal immigrants. Here how's it turned out. In 2022, Newsom announced California will be offering free healthcare for undocumented immigrants. It claims it will be a moral thing to do, and that it will cost about $2.2 billion a year. That's all for our you California folks. In 2025, when California was facing a 12 billion, not million, not 1,000, 12 billion deficit, Newsom freezes the program for new entries and says that those currently enrolled will have to pay a monthly premium. The cost of the program had ballooned to about 11 billion a year. So he was saying that, oh yeah, basically he's using taxpayer dollars, California taxpayer dollars, 2.2 billion a year to pay for illegal immigrants. Now it's $11 billion a year. So that's from 2022 to 2025, it went up to $11 billion a year. And now they got to pay a premium. Plus they're still using taxpayer dollars. Let's play this video.
A campaign on universal health care. We're delivering that. We are implementing our ideals. We are manifesting this principle, this fundamental notion that so many of us have been preaching for years and years and years. Universal health care for all, regardless of pre-existing condition, regardless of the ability to pay, and regardless of your immigration status. If you care not just about values and principles of morality, but if your only values and principles are advanced through economics, then that alone should be an argument in favor of universal health care, a pathway and a framework for 1.1 million undocumented residents in the state of California to avail themselves to high quality, comprehensive medical care, long-term, short-term, preventative.
My thing is, you're giving all this to people that aren't putting it into the system. So obviously it's going to go up and it's going to cost taxpayers more money. And you didn't realize this. Like they promise all these free things for people. It's not free. Anytime you hear these people say, oh yeah, it's going to be free, it's coming out of somebody's pocket. And eventually it's going to come out of your pocket if you believe it or not. And this is what happened now. This happened now in California. This is happening now with the crap that's going on with the government shutdown, where it's costing taxpayer dollars to pay for people that aren't putting into the system. So if you're not putting into a system, eventually it's going to cost everyone.
As well as in-home support service, care, and coverage.
Now, Newsom says California is facing a $12 billion deficit. Governor is proposing freezing enrollment in state-funded health care for undocumented immigrants.
You know, when the program started, it was supposed to cost about $3 billion a year, and that ballooned to $11 billion last year. So the governor is freezing new entries into it and asking those people who are already in it to pay. Take a look.
We are moving forward with making decisions that not only address the concerns this year related to the $11.9 billion, but mindful that we need to tighten things up. We believe that people should have some skin in the game as it relates to contributions. So we are looking to a monthly premium. We are asking for something we ask all taxpayers of California.
So these people weren't putting money into it. Now you want to ask them for money. So basically it wasn't free. This guy's a joke.
Campaign on universal health care.
Like anyone that's into these programs where you're like, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Where you have to always ask, where's this freaking money coming from? Period. It's a broken promise. We all have to pay. Period. Like if like for myself, for instance, I have health insurance. I have to pay each paycheck. I pay into my health insurance. But if I go to a doctor or I have to go to the hospital, whatever, I have to meet a certain quota for my insurance to match my fees or whatever. But these people, like they're like, oh yeah, we'll give you a cookie at the gate, but then the result is you're gonna have to pay something out of that. So these programs, people are like, oh yeah, they're promises and this, and yeah, we should get free this and we should get free that, but it's not free at all. Somebody's paying for it eventually. And you wonder why your insurance goes up, because you got people that are living off the system, that aren't paying into the system, and the insurance company and the government are making bank off of it. Period. But California is a mess, and if this clown tries to get into office, it'd be a bigger mess. I guess this is another video of him explaining.
We were rewarded not only in terms of the expanded benefits benefiting tens of thousands of Californian families, but the Biden administration took note, and the federal government appropriated dollars to replicate that expansion. And as a consequence, we are saving $333 million in this year's budget because it's now being backfilled by the federal.
So he said $330 million. Let's go back.
$3 million. We are saving $333 million in this year's.
But they're freaking $12 billion in the deficit. So yeah, again, the stuff that they're saying is free is not free. Democrats want to offer health care to undocumented immigrants. Here's what it means. Fact says Trump falsely claims Democrat wants to give free. They want to give free health care to these immigrants. Well, that's what they're saying, but eventually they're going to be paying. Let's play one more clip from this clown.
We also want to maintain our healthcare expansion across the board, regardless of ability to pay, regardless of pre-existing conditions, and your immigration status.
Newsom and California Democrats are spending $5 billion this year to give free health care to all illegal immigrants. Keep in mind, the state is facing an almost $73 billion deficit, which means we're broke. To balance the budget, they've identified some cuts that they can make. Sadly, they're proposing to cut $500 million to school facilities. Spend $5 billion for illegal immigrant health care while cutting $500 million from school facilities. Are you kidding me? We're fighting this insanity, so follow me for all things California.
And that's insane. Like our educational system, one of my first videos when I first started streaming was on education and the decline in education in the United States. And these people don't care. These people are all about power and money. They want to get paid. They don't care about our kids. They don't care about you. They just want to get power and money. And this proves it right here. This guy doesn't care. I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. When you're doing something shady like this, you need to be exposed and removed from office. This is bull crap. And I don't know, any person that will vote for this guy to be, I don't know how he got voted back into governorship where he was freaking, they try to move him 2 times and these clowns out there in California voted him back in. But yeah, I'll put the link in the description, but California is a freaking mess. And Gavin Newsom, it doesn't sound like it's going to get better. But this clown that they're trying to put in there behind him, let me see. Let me pull this up. This lady that's running for mayor out in California. This lady is a freaking iconic mess. California gubernatorial candidate Katie Porter. And I just heard about her this week. Disgustingly says pedophilia is a gender identity and sexual orientation and not necessarily a crime. So if your kid gets raped by some freaking grown man or grown woman, she doesn't consider it a crime. So if you're in California, your kid get raped or molested by someone, it's not a crime compared from this woman. And this is what the Democrats are reporting out there. Let's listen to it.
The allegation of groomer and pedophile, it is alleging that a person is criminal somehow and engaged in criminal acts merely because of their identity, their sexual orientation, their gender identity. So this is clearly prohibited under Twitter's content, yet you found hundreds of these posts on the platform. The allegation of
this is demonic. This is sickening. Anybody voting for this woman, actually, I pray for you, because this is sickening to promote for somebody that's going to say a pedophile is a gender identity. Somebody that says, oh yeah, I think having sex with a kid is my gender, is freaking insane. It's perversion, it's demonic, it's evil in the other sense. This woman is freaking yeah, it's evil, man. Just evil. Like, if you vote for this woman out there, you guys deserve everything you get out in California. And she's an extra kind of evil compared to Gavin Newsom. Just play this clip one more time, because this is evil.
the allegation of groomer and pedophile, it is alleging that a person is criminal somehow and engaged in criminal acts merely because of their identity, their sexual orientation, their gender identity. So this is clearly prohibited under Twitter's content, yet you found hundreds of these posts on the platform.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're from pedophilia, period, I don't understand how you can be even a candidate in any kind of race, but it's California. And then speaking of California, we got our favorite, well, one of our favorite governors. I don't have any clips on the governor of Chicago right now, and that's a whole different story. But here's our governor of Los Angeles. This is from Kevin Dalton. Half of Los Angeles covering graffiti and trash. That's not going to stop Karen Bass from spending $2.6 billion taxpayer dollars. This is just in the city of Los Angeles on a convention center expansion that zero taxpayers wanted. You see graffiti towers, and it's embarrassing because we've become the laughingstock of cities in the world. LAPD Commander Lillian Corazon. It's like, it's a different world, man. They're not on even planet Earth anymore. This is clown.
The expansion of the convention center is much more than just another project. It is an investment in our city, an investment in our economy, and it's a major step forward in the effort to revitalize downtown LA.
Mayor Karen Bass announces a $2.6 billion convention center expansion, saying the project will bring jobs, growth, and a cleaner downtown Los Angeles.
And while we will do everything to fast track this project in a fiscally responsible way, we will also continue to focus on the overall revitalization of downtown LA, including safety and cleanliness, which is at the center.
But while the mayor is making big promises, critics say the city has neglected downtown Los Angeles for years, leaving some of its most visible landmarks decayed and ignored.
It is demoralizing to see the state of the city. I mean, you look at our beautiful sky.
She's gonna get fired. She's gonna get fired for just being on this news thing, because they fired that fired, chief. Mark my words, this girl's gonna get fired. And she's right. Look at this crap. Who wants to see that on the freaking sky rises of a major city? That's horrible, man.
Ignored.
It is demoralizing to see the state of the city. I mean, you look at our beautiful skyline of downtown LA, and what do you see? An eyesore. You see 3 graffiti towers.
Yeah, what the freak, man? That's horrible. That's the major city of the U.S. and you got graffiti towers. How the hell did they get up there in the freaking first place to do this? That means your freaking security, your freaking policing is horrible, garbage.
And
On a freaking skyrise, you can see it on the bottom levels, but on a freaking skyrise,
it is embarrassing because we become, in a sense, the laughingstock of other cities and even some other cities in the world. How is that allowed to occur here in Los Angeles?
LAPD Commander Lillian Carranza says she's fed up with how local officials have let downtown LA slip. She points to the 6th Street Bridge, covered in graffiti and left dark for more than a year. The 3rd Street Tunnel tells the same story, and even the
she's gonna get fired for even calling that out, man. But it also speaks on her department. You're the freaking work for. They said chief of police. Let's go to back. I'm sorry.
Up with how local officials.
Some other cities in the world. How is that allowed to occur here in Los Angeles?
LAPD Commander Lillian Carranza says.
Well, she's just a commander. She's not chief of police. But still, that's bull crap, man. This is your freaking city, man. Like, I would have my officers out there on a daily basis. Why isn't nobody cleaning? Not just the police, but the department where they're cleaning the city, the streets and everything. Why is that not being taken care of? Your city is crap, man.
She's fed up with how local officials have let downtown LA slip. She points to the 6th Street Bridge, covered in graffiti and left dark for more than a year. The 3rd Street Tunnel tells the same story, and even the towers across from the convention center are tagged from top to bottom.
There are a myriad of reasons as to why we have gotten to where we're at now. One of them being zero bail, the progressive policies that we have.
Zero bail. So you go to jail and you're not even getting freaking. You can just walk. You're going in. It's just a process, and they're not even charging you. So the city's not even making money off of arresting anybody. So what's the incentive for arresting anybody, bringing them into the jail if they're not going to post any kind of put any kind of bond on that arrest. So it makes no sense. It gives no incentive for the officers to arrest anybody if a certain kind of arrest. It's like, you know what? They're just going to walk in and walk out anyway. So why am I even going to bother to do this? That's crazy, man.
Have seen, and some of elected leaders that they do not like working with the police department.
Carranza says the current policy.
That is crazy. Look at that. These guys are doing this with no freaking shame or nothing at all. And this is LA. This is LA. This is just one major city. These cities that are run by certain politicians promote this crap, man. They promote graffiti. They promote violence. But then they want to say, oh yeah, we don't want such and such coming in here. And it's like, you guys are promoting this crap, man. You're not doing the citizens of your city. You're not doing your city any favors. Why are you freaking in office if you want your city to be freaking slumlord? It's crazy.
Policies have created a revolving door. Officers arrest taggers and other offenders, but they're quickly released back onto the streets, making it harder to keep downtown clean and safe. She says city officials need to work with the LAPD to really make a difference.
This be a premier city that can host not only the World Cup, but the Olympics in 2028. We need to work in partnership.
Exactly. They're getting the World Cup next year. And then in 2028, they get the freaking Olympics. So you figure you would be cracking down on all kinds of crime in your city, man. Like, you would be cracking down on crime, and it just seems like this world keeps getting dark. I'm not just saying LA, but all around the world, this world keeps getting darker and darker. They keep promoting sin. They keep promoting these evil ways, and it's only a matter of time until things come forward. And if everybody knows that it's Christian and has beliefs, you all know what I'm talking about.
And collaborate. And we need their support just like they need our support in order to serve the community that we all love so much.
Councilwoman Isabel Jurado issued a statement that says, in part, public safety begins with the equitable delivery of city services that strengthen neighborhoods and improve the quality of life. That's why our office has already taken swift action to add the 6th Street Bridge to weekly graffiti abatement routes and expand cleanup services across Council District 14. The statement goes on to say that relighting the bridge should be taken care of in the fall. Marla, Susan?
Gina, do you think the Commander Carranza has the ear of the mayor? Has she had an opportunity to express herself to the mayor?
It doesn't sound like she does.
I was gonna already say, the mayor don't even give a crap, man. She's got her donors and people that are paying her off to do what she needs to do. She doesn't care about the city of Los Angeles. And if you're a Los Angeles person, California person, you need to start paying attention and watching what these people's actions are instead of their freaking words, because they don't care about you and they don't care about your freaking city.
I really don't know the answer to that, Susan. I know that she
knows the answer. She just can't say it because she don't want to get fired from Fox 11. But I can say it. They don't care at all. They don't care about you people. They spit out words, just like most politicians. They're good with their words, but their actions speak louder, and they don't care. But they'll do actions when it's time to get elected. But during the whole time they're in office, they don't do crap for you.
Been very vocal about it. She has expressed her feelings on social media, and she's also going to be retiring very soon, so she feels a little bit more free to speak her mind.
And that's sad. You're able to speak your mind now. And then look at these high rises. How the hell did they get up there? So let's just not, somebody's letting them up there on these high rises to do this. So it's just not like your low-level crimes. Somebody's letting these people up there to do these crimes, and that means your freaking security at these buildings and your policing is horrible. Because as soon as you see somebody doing something like this outside your building, you call local authorities, and now obviously local authorities aren't doing nothing. Garbage. I mean, look at this. This is LA. Garbage, man. Garbage. And she's the freaking mayor. It just, the more you just watch these people, it just, it irritates you. Politics irritates you. And so I only do live streams with politics most of the time, but it gets good talking points for it. But here's one of our favorite politicians, Nancy Pelosi. Says just embarrassed the entire Democratic Party. She just let the furious one imploding. Senate Republicans are voting yes on a clean CR to keep the government open. Democrats are no. Pelosi is not on clean CR. So basically, the government, the Republicans are voting to keep the government as is, with certain, with everything that was already set in stone. The Democrats are saying no. They want more freaking rights for immigrants. They want more money going out of taxpayer dollars to promote these immigrants, and so they're willing to not get these people paid that are working for the government. Which, one thing I want to point out, if you're working for the federal government and you're deciding, oh, well, I don't want to go to work because I'm not going to get paid, people need to realize, and I reiterate this, if today, say today was the start of the government shutdown, and it lasts until the end of the month, you're going to get back pay. So if you show up to work, you're still going to get that money. If you don't show up to work, you're not going to get paid regardless. So they're not going to pay you if you don't show up. So if you show up, you're just going to get that money on the back burner. It sucks that you're not going to get paid right away, but you're going to get that money eventually. So all these people are saying, oh yeah, they're not getting paid this. They're going to get paid eventually if they show up to work. So if you show up to work, you're going to get paid. So stop the BS local media. If you show up to work, you're going to get paid eventually, because the government, they have to pay you if you show up to work. But it's not going to be right away. So let's listen to Nancy Pelosi and see what she has to say.
I mean, I understand what you're saying about where the differences are, and they are very big. They are voting yes on what we say here in Washington, a clean CR, a bill to keep the government running for 7 weeks, and Democrats are voting no, and for the reasons you just said. So how are they shutting down the government?
First of all, it isn't a clean CR.
Okay.
So let's not stipulate to that. It's not a clean CR.
What do they have in
it? Going into that. The point is,
she can't even explain what the point is. Like, they're voting to keep the government running, and you guys wanted to promote the destructive thing that's costing American taxpayer dollars for people to sit on their asses that aren't part of the government system, that aren't put into the government pot to pay for them, so you can get people to vote for you, so you can stay in power. This clown right here, she should be out of office based on a sole basis of she can't disclose her freaking income base to how much her net worth is. So her net worth is in the millions, but her salary only says it's in the thousands. So this is why she wants to stay in power, just for people to vote and keep her in power. I mean, she wants this crap to go on so she can stay in power. I still don't know how these people voted in California in there, but again, they're voting for Gavin Newsom. They're voting for a crazy governor of LA. And I'm not surprised people are moving out of that state. But anyways, this is my last of the freaking politics, and we're going to get into some sports, which is another sad state if you are a Miami Dolphins fan or Arizona Cardinals fan. But back in the day, let me see if I can find it. Who's the coach for the Jets? That's not it. I was gonna say Denny Green or give me a few seconds. the late Denny Green. All right, so let's put this on there. This is coaching back in the day, and then also. Bring it up. Edwards, and I got one more. So Pete Carroll. All right. So I'm going to start with, I brought these up before, but this is coaching back in the day compared to coaching now when they give interviews. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. Bear with me. Oh, this is Herm Edwards first.
Sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports. You play to win. I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out.
That's one clip. You got my boy, Denny Green.
4 picks against Grossman and 2 fumbles. What do you see about the Bears? We shut them down that way?
No, we just, the Bears are what we thought they were. They're what we thought they were. We played them in preseason. Who the hell takes a third game in a preseason like it's bull? We played them in the third game. Everybody played 3 quarters. The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Thanks, Coach. You see reporters like, thanks, Coach. Yeah, they ain't gonna question no more. Here's my last one. Well, I don't think it, for some reason, it did not put on there. Let me share the screen. Let's see if it starts.
Well, I'll start off by saying this. Do not blame that game on the defense, okay? I don't care who you play, whether it's a high school team, a junior college team, a college team, much less an NFL team. When you turn the ball over 5 times, 4 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown, 3 others in field position to set up touchdowns, you ain't gonna beat anybody I just talked about. Anybody. All right? And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked. You know, you can't turn the ball over 5 times like that. Holy crap. I don't know who the hell we think we are when we do something like that. Unbelievable. 5 turnovers. One of them, we've thrown 4 interceptions for touchdowns this year. That might be an NFL record. That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful to perform like that. Pitiful. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
That's coaches back in the day. That's coaches back in the day compared to, I'm going to put you up with what we're listening to now. This is coaches now.
He was really frustrated at the, just like he's as I was, and we talked about the challenge ahead to get ready for the Chargers, and that was kind of the extent of it.
Now you tell me, which one are you more confident in? The 3 coaches that are like pissed off that they lost and they're trying to, they want their team to fight and everything, or this clown out of Miami? Like, I understand he has a family and everything, but this is soft crap. Football is a freaking gritty game. It's gridiron. People are hitting each other, and this is your leader. This is your leader talking like this.
He was really frustrated at the, just like he's as I was, and we talked about the challenge ahead to get ready for the Chargers.
There's no confidence in there. There's no like, oh, no fight in there. It's like, oh yeah, my coach has my back. My coach wants me to do X, Y, and Z. This is a deflated person who's probably going to get fired soon. Yeah, this is not a person you want in a leadership, regardless if it's football, basketball, any kind of sports, any kind of organization. You want somebody that's going to lead you and be like, hey, everything's going to be right. I got you. Blah blah blah. Have confidence. This guy has no confidence at all. But this guy, I guess it's a shakeup for him hitting his player, which he's deservedly right, should be pissed off this guy making that play. But he's apologizing for the play.
I didn't see the video, David, but yeah, I actually I woke up this morning and didn't feel great about it, honestly. And so in the team meeting, I addressed it. I apologized to Omari, apologized to the team. And I just told him I kind of let the moment of what happened get the better of me there. Obviously, like I try to be emotionally stable and calm because my job is to solve problems when during a game and kind of lead the charge on that. So it's not really who I am, who I want to be, and I told the guys that today. So it's a mistake by me, and it's just like everybody in there. Everybody made some type of mistake yesterday, which is, culminates to why we didn't win the game.
My thing is, should he be apologizing for that guy doing what he did, fumbling the ball at the goal line? I don't know. I don't have the clip, but I have the video of him coming to the sideline, hitting the guy. I have the exchange of them coming to the player. But this was the old school back in the day. You came up to the guy, if you made a mistake, yeah, this is what would happen. Do I think it's excessive? I don't think so. You're making millions of dollars, dude, and you make a mistake like that, where you're just dropping the ball at the goal line. That's all sports. That's like, you're gonna get your butt handed to you, no matter where you. If you're on any football team, JV, high school, college, or whatever, you're gonna get your butt handed to you by the coach. and he's making X amount of dollars. This is your career, dude. But I don't they don't have the play on here. Anyways, I got one more sports comment, and it's about the freaking halftime show.
Like, that's how they have that political crap. They like they good guys and they not. But Bad Bunny, where's Bad Bunny from?
He's from Puerto Rico.
From Puerto Rico. You don't want to. If you don't like the U.S., keep his ass over there.
Apparently, well, Puerto Rico is part of the U.S.
I know, but still, if you don't want, he don't like the U.S. I mean, don't come in and perform.
A lot of people, parents are kind of up in arms because some of his content's kind of adult.
Yeah.
He talks about partying, women, this and that. What do you make of that? Is that okay?
I mean, what songs don't? What about the rappers? I mean, hey, like I said, I heard some stuff he said about the United States. I'm from the U.S. I love my country. And if you don't like the United States, get your ass out here. Don't come over here.
Do you think the NFL kind of puts this in place so people have conversations to make controversy? It seems like sometimes they might do that, right?
The NFL is crooked than the federal government, way crooked than the federal government ever be. So I mean, I know the NFL is. They don't care about their players.
So corruption from the top.
Don't give me on
no,
that.
I know. We know that the elites all over are pretty corrupt, right? Money makes people corrupt. Right. Would you say?
NFL is ultra corrupt.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true. Bad Bunny says something about the U.S. Don't come here and perform.
Yeah.
Don't come here. Stay in the country. I mean, I know Puerto Rico is part of the U.S., but it's not the U.S. That's what I look at it. That's what I just feel like that. They get these performers and they say all this controversial stuff about the United States, like they hate the U.S. and all that kind of stuff. And if you hate the U.S., don't come here.
And that's my whole point is, like, Bad Bunny, he makes all these controversy comments. He made a comment if people need to learn Spanish to listen to his performance. Like, dude, you're performing on one of the top stages in the world, Super Bowl, and for you to badmouth like 90% of your audience that are going to be watching the Super Bowl, get the freak out of here, dude. Get the freak out of here, man. Who the hell are you, man? It's the United States of America. Our predominant language is English. And then you're going to tell the majority of your people, oh, well, if you don't like my crap, then don't listen to it. Then, yeah, you're going to isolate yourself. You're going to cause controversy. And for the NFL and I believe Jay-Z that's organizing all this because he's promoting the halftime shows. I think he has a contract with the NFL. And if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. But I think Jay-Z's in charge of this. Is bullcrap. You don't freaking step on the throat that's feeding you because Bad Bunny, last time I checked, Puerto Rico gets money from the U.S. You guys are a commonwealth. You're not even a freaking state. So you're making American dollars. So you're using capitalism to you're bashing the hand that's feeding you. Like, you're a freaking a-hole, man. Big a-hole. And that's my take on that. Again, this is a improvised stream. I wasn't going to do a stream today. Got stuff going on this week. I'm probably going to do a lot this week. I'm going to be out of town, going to the Niners game, Tampa game, Bang Bang Niner gang for all my Niner fans out there. But help me build my channel. I love all you guys that are watching me, who support me. Big ups to DA, Cyfax, Rockefeller, Angel, and a lot of other channels out there I support. But like, share, comment, let me know how I'm doing, and I'll hit you guys on the next one. Peace out.